Ooh, yo, 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 what's happening, people? Okay, we is live right now, live from the village right now. About 29 minutes late right now. My bad, I'm sorry, guys. Had a situation, with the kitchen being done. I had to turn the electricity off to do some fixings and stuff, and it went off for quite a while. But yeah, we're back on right now, so we can get the electricity on, which means we can get the router on, which means we can get the internet on, which means I can connect and do this thing right now. So take a sip of juice. It is TV Tuesday, watching the X-Files season 3, episodes 10 to 12. Starting with an episode called 731. I'm watching on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, you can watch along. If you have it on DVD or Blu-ray, you can watch along. VHS, you can watch along. If you have it on any other format, you can watch along. Just get it ready on zero. I'll let you know when to press play. If you don't have it, if you don't want to get it, it's all good. You still come along and have some fun. But for now, let me switch over to this screen. I just chat y'all for a little. So yeah, the plan is to watch 3 episodes. We'll see how it goes. We might just watch 2 episodes though if it starts to get real late though, because I ain't trying to be here forever. I ain't gonna lie, But trying to. If we can get 3, we can get 3. If not, then maybe just 2 and do the next following week. But yeah, that's the plan for today. That's the plan for today, to try and get through as many episodes, at least 2, but hopefully 3. If we get 3, then we'll stay on track. Despite the late start, we stay on track. But if we can't, then oh well, we're just 1 behind. It happens. But anyway, my day's been okay. So yeah, just still waiting to get the car done. So that's booked in for tomorrow. So I'm gonna take it down to the workshop tomorrow, so they could refill the coolant. And I guess they're gonna. I assume they're gonna flush out the coolant and refill it. That's my guess. It's not just a case of just topping it up. They'll probably have to flush it out and refill it, but we'll see. As long as the car's good to drive after that, then we're good. But after that, yeah, I'm going to have to spend as much time as possible in that car driving around, trying to make up for the lost time. That's the plan for the following for the rest of the week. So yeah, still no live stream on Thursday. Excuse me, for Thursday. Should hopefully be back on next week, but we'll see. Things coming off, electricity coming off and whatnot. I don't know what's going on with this kitchen. This is taking long, but anyway. Went to the gym today. Got my steps in. So yeah, I started walking more, and I got a step counter app. It's called Google Fit. I think I've actually had it on my phone before, but I just never turned it on. But I turned it on recently, and it's got a step counter on it. And I set the goal at 5,000 steps per day. You can set your own goals. And I set at 5,000 steps per day, which is the equivalent of about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes worth of walking approximately, depending on, of course, your speed and height and blah blah blah. Well, it's about 2.5 miles, give or take, and it's doable, right, to walk that much in a day. You don't have to do it all at once, of course. You could do it like a little bit here, a little bit there, but as long as you get 5,000 steps in a day, it's actually pretty cool because it counts how many steps you do inside your house as well. So as you're walking around your house, it can count your steps there too. I guess it uses like some kind of gyro sensor or whatever for that kind of thing, and then it uses the GPS and whatever else when you're outside. I don't imagine it's a super accurate counter, but it's good enough. El Sam being a place to be. I still having to drink coffee from a kettle like a common person. Yeah, still on the on the instant coffee. Not right now though. Not right now, but I'm still the instant coffee. 1 sec actually. Let me just take care of something real quick. Size about that. Size about that. All right. I'll go between my coffee machine and a kettle. That's fine. Yeah, normally I'll go with, like, if I'm brewing coffee at home. I mean, I do have a coffee kettle, like, you know, the one um with the what's it called? Gooseneck handle, gooseneck spout, right? So I've got one of those. It's like a thin, long spout. It means that when you pour in the water, you have more control over the water that you pour in. So I have one of those, and I use that when I'm brewing coffee, and I could do like a drip coffee with that, right? And I still got that, and I still can use it, but it's just a bit of a setup, you know, trying to do that when you don't really have your tables and your stuff, and you just kind of got things all over the place. It's just a bit awkward trying to set that up, you know, and hopefully, because the way it is now, I'll probably end up knocking something over trying to do it that way, because you have like the cup there and the filter on top of it and that whole thing. So right now, yeah, it's just for the sake of like being convenient and not knocking things over. Yeah, it's instant coffee, but hopefully for not much longer. But yeah, we're gonna try and watch 3 episodes if possible. But if it gets too late, we might just watch 2 episodes today. Um, might just watch 2 episodes today if it gets too late. So that's my juice done. How's your day going, Sam? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. Let me switch over to this screen as we ended up starting late today, and try and save as much time as we can, and if still possible, watch 3 episodes of the X-Files. Oh, almost. All right, so you hit that over there. The only coffee I buy. Oh, what up, Belgian Dan? The only coffee I buy from machine is the lava coffee. It's strong. It's my morning coffee and instant for the rest of the day. Lava coffee is quite nice, actually. I do like the lava coffee. It's the what's the company? Something Taylor's, I think it's called. Taylor's lava coffee. But yeah, I do like that. Yeah, that's a good one. The truth is out there, indeed. How's your day going, Dan? All right. We kind of have to. We end up starting the stream late, so I'm gonna try and move along a little bit. But we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, play. So hopefully you're ready. But in 3, 2, 1, play. But yeah, ended up starting late today. There you go. Yeah, that's the one. So I'm trying to remember what happened in the last X-Files. It was like a week ago, I know, but I think I've forgotten what happened. It ended on a cliffhanger, wasn't it? Like, was it aliens? Something to do with aliens? We saw something to do with aliens. Mulder got on the train when he wasn't supposed to. I think like Scully. Oh wait, yeah, Scully recognized that guy from her adoption, like the scientists, but they were like from the 1950s or something. They were doing the alien autopsies, and of course kept that secret. Okay, how about you? I'm alright. I'm doing okay. So what was I say? Oh yeah. I got a step count, so I'll start doing like walking more. So I've got a step counter app on my phone, and I set the target at 5,000 steps per day, which I've been doing. I don't think I'm being able to maintain it though. I think once I start doing my cab work again, it's going to be difficult to do 5,000 steps a day. Because 5,000 steps a day is approximately 2.5 miles worth of walking. And of course, you don't have to do it all in one go. You can do it bit by bit. But I think it's going to be difficult to do 2.5 miles of walking in a day if I'm driving around in a cab. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's not impossible, but I think it'd be difficult to do. So I might have to lower the target down. But yeah, so far I've been managed to keep up to 5,000 steps per day. In fact, I did like 8,000 today. I did like 14,000 on Sunday. But I did see down on Twitter that you do a step counter as well. Is that right? I think you got a step counter app as well that you posted. Was that 5 kilometers that you walked? I'm a bit meh, but alright. But hopefully you can go from meh to yeah. That was corny, I know, but still. Okay, I see. I guess it's back to school for that 8th period. Yeah, this guy, Mr. X, is just this guy, Mr. X, though, is like, is he helping them? Because it feels like he's trying to help them. At the same time, he's like, he doesn't really give them the information they need to know. And it's like, okay, granted, you don't know everything, you got limits, blah blah blah. But it's like, bro, come on. Maybe learn more, then come to them. I snapped at Elliot today. Nah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You guys have been together long enough. I'm sure he's used to that by now. Probably has it in his calendar app to reminds him, like, oh yeah. I think he helps, but he also looks after his own interests. Yeah. It's like he's helping with one hand and not so much with the other. By the way, I've been watching The Walking Dead again. Since nobody wants to watch it on stream, I've been watching it just offline. I've watched seasons 1 and 2 so far. and I put up a video today just relaying some thoughts. But yeah, they did Shane dirty, man, in those first couple of seasons. Like season 1 and season 2, Shane. Yeah, that's the thing. Shane was right. I mean, well, let me put it this way: Shane was an arsehole, right? And he wasn't exactly a good guy for sure. But in terms of surviving a zombie apocalypse and understanding that not everybody who survive, not every human is there to help you, and some of them, in fact many of them, would just kill you and take what you got. Like he understood that fully, and Rick kind of understood it, but it didn't really. I don't think Rick either Rick didn't fully understand that, or he just wasn't willing to act on that. So it's like everything Rick did ultimately put the group in danger more than what Shane did. Shane kept the group safe. You know? Like, it was really Shane that kept Laurie safe, that kept Carl safe, that kept everybody safe. And yeah, his methods were questionable for sure. And, you know, like I say, he wasn't really a good guy. He was often not always a people person, the way he spoke and relayed things. In fact, Andres said that about him as well, that his presentation needs work. But ultimately, like, he was right. Like, to survive it, that's what you're gonna have to do. You have to be that guy, that ruthless, willing to do what it takes to anybody and just deal with it, you know. Otherwise, they will kill you. Bad call to sleep with Rick's wife. You know, I don't even know if that was a bad call, actually. I was more like they thought he was dead, and they fell for each other. Because you get an impression that it's not like tomorrow, you know what I mean? It's not like the zombie apocalypse happening tomorrow, they're shacking up. You get the impression that it's been a little while, you know, by the time they come back to it, and then they've kind of had that. So I don't even know if that's a thing, if they thought he was dead. But the way Laurie cut him off, though, that was cold. The way Laurie just cut him off when Rick came back, the way Laurie cut him off was cold, man. That was just cold. Like, I get that she wants to go back to Rick, that's fine. But the way she just cut off Shane was just cold. And then she's going back to Shane talking about, yeah, I don't know if the baby's yours or his. It's like, nah. After you telling him to, like, leave you alone and blah, blah, blah. Then you coming back to him talking about, oh yeah, and I need your help. He's like, no. And, you know, trying to put all things in his head. Is like, nah. Laurie's a bitch, man. Like, Laurie was a bitch in that season. Rick wanted to be the difference he wanted to see. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not even saying like he's was wrong for his type of thinking. Like, I get it. It's like Dale, for example. Dale wanted to hold on to that semblance of humanity, and I get that. And so Dale, I think, was probably, in terms of doing the actual right thing, that was Dale, in my opinion. I felt like Dale was the one doing that actual right thing. The problem is that those methods will get you killed. Like, that's the issue. Those methods will get you killed in that kind of environment, you know. And if you're talking about just surviving, not necessarily being the good guy, but surviving, then yeah, Shane was right. If you want to be the good guy, Dale, but the good guy is going to get killed, that's for sure. The good guy will get killed. In fact, Dale does get killed, so yeah. is still about his leg, and I'm cramping. My time of the month irritates my sciatica a little, so that hurts also, plus the fatigue from blood loss. I do not want to hear about his leg. Oof. Should throw a rock at him every time. Throw a pebble or something at him. He could try his best to say between even the captain said, right, look in the door, shoving the key under there. For her, he was the plaything. Yeah, I mean, that she was cold, man. Those feelings were real for Shane, but for her, nah. We're gonna have the Shane did for her, nah, for sure. But it's like, just let him down, man. Just talk to him. Say, look, this is how I feel. This is how it needs to be. But she just cut him off in the coldest way. Like, didn't acknowledge it at all. Just like, all right, dead it. I was like, whoa. Okay, right, Shane. Okay, Shane was at the time. I could not stand him. Him and Rick's wife deserved each other. She was annoying as shit, for real, for real. I don't know what happens to Laurie. I've seen that episode in one of the later seasons. I mean, I haven't watched it again yet, but yeah. I know what happens to her eventually in season, I don't know, 4, 5, whatever it is. Two modes, one way he could see, one way I could see his point, another way I just wanted to punch him. But yeah, nah, I was like, nah, they did Shane dirty and that. Dale will probably not approve. I liked Dale though. Dale was a cool guy, but yeah. But yeah, good guys like that don't last in worlds like that. Thank us for Michelle and Carol, because Laurie and Amanda worst characters on that show. Could not wait for them to peg it. Amanda, which one's Amanda? It might come in later on. I've done things. I can't remember Amanda, but yeah, no, Michelle was badass. Michelle comes at the end of season 2, but you don't see her. She's all like cloaked out and that. But yeah, Michelle was badass. And Carol becomes more badass as it goes on. Like, she starts off like, you know, the bastard housewife, and then I think by that season 3, 4, if I remember correctly, round about there is when she starts becoming more and more in her own. sure, it's bad. That's for sure, for sure. Deliberately there. Which is a play Laurie wanted to end Laurie fast. Really? She got tired of playing him. Got tired of playing an annoying bitch. She was like, oh, can I stop? Can we just kill this character off already? But yeah, I would say for seasons 1 and 2. Oh, Andrea, yeah. I know Andrea. Yeah, I think for seasons 1 and 2, I feel like my favorite character is probably Dale. You know, he's a bit understated. You know, he kind of doesn't do much in the first season. But I think by season 2, but season 1 is like really, really short. So like, I think by season 2 is when he really kind of steps up more. And but yeah, Andrea, I don't know, and I liked Andrea in season 2. I can't remember much about her character after that. Like, I know she gets shacked up with like the governor or something at one point. But I liked her. The thing about Andrea in season 2, like, she was a bit out there, but she kind of understood that world a bit better. Not maybe not like Shane, but kind of like them. So when that girl was like, you know, contemplating suicide, and she left her alone with the knife, and it was kind of like it feels like a cruel thing to do, but ultimately, like, she was right. So you kind of have to make that. You can't make that decision for somebody. You know, they have to want to live. Otherwise, it's like you're just watching them all the time and forcing them against their will. So it's like, it seems like a cruel thing to do, but it led her to understand that it's not what she wanted. She only thought she wanted it. So it's like what I say is her style was unorthodox but effective. I know Dan knows that quote. Your style is unorthodox but effective. Cal really grew through seasons, yeah, for sure. Enter the Dragon, yeah. You come straight out of a comic book. Yo, what up, Frozen G? Jim Kelly, yeah, man. Mr. Williams. Do you believe UFOs are real? Well, I mean, any flying objects that you can't identify is technically a UFO, right? But if you're talking about aliens, then yeah, I believe aliens are real. Whether or not they've come to Earth or not, that's debatable, but yeah, I believe they're real. I don't know why Andrea bugged me so much. I mean, she wanted to fight. I should be. You can go Andrea, but no, couldn't stand there. Maybe she's just got one of those faces.
X-Files. The US pilot said too that they found non-human remains. They said this under oath. Yeah. Another mysterious man. Man, it's just secrets after secrets. Pentagon are hiding secrets, according to him and to others. I mean, that's not surprising, though, isn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure all governments are hiding some secrets about various things. The thing is, if aliens have visited Earth, right? They may not have been to places like, you know, the United States or America or you know, the United Kingdom. You know, they might have been to places like, they might have been to like some of the remote places where they're just really cut off from most parts of the world. You know what I mean? The type of places where people just live like mad different to most other parts of the world. So if they see an alien, they just think like, whatever, it's all good. They're not reporting it. See, because this is what governments tend to do. Yes, what they do best. Well, that and get your money. Personally, they've given up how vast the universe is. It's maybe ignorant to believe there isn't anything. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, it's just so much out there. Much of it undiscovered. Is he gonna do it? Too close, too close. Does it have found 800 planets? Way more than 800 planets out there, I'm sure. Aliens showing up, then looking through social media. They probably did that and be like, nah, these people are dumb, let's leave. Aliens came to Earth. Is it aliens? Is it illegal experiments? I don't know if you heard that. It came out a bit louder than I thought it might, so I don't know if you heard it. If you did, my bad. Just be glad there's no like smell transmitters on the internet. Oh geez, suddenly voting. Id mode to find it. Oh, about 41 minutes. They got plenty of time. The guy was disabling bombs in like 41 seconds. Oh, they got an hour, 41 minutes. Oh, Mulder. Apparently, Andre the Giant was legendary. Oh, I can believe that. That's a big dude. He probably farted and it caused earthquakes. Yo, what up, Brax? Brax Spivin, a place to bivvy. How was Yivy? second for a duration of 16 seconds. Oh, 16 seconds, raw. Imagine farting for 16 seconds. I mean, I don't know how long I've ever farted for, because I've never actually timed it, but 16 seconds sounds like a long time to be farting. "38 minutes. More valuable than Star Wars. Wait, is Marvel maybe? Ooh, what was that double talk? Oh, that does like to point his gun out. Yeah, Mulder tends to like tell people the answers to clearly what he wants it to was here. Like, it's an alien, isn't it? It's this, isn't it? It's like, let them answer it maybe, because when you start saying stuff like that, now they know that's what you want to hear, and anything they say after that is going to be untrustworthy. Max to pull it out. X. Alright, so here's my question for the group. If you are in a zombie apocalypse and you had to choose one person to help you survive getting through to the next town over, right? And I just realized Dan's joke. I didn't get it right away, but my bad. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry. But yeah, you're in a zombie apocalypse. And you need to pick one person to help you survive to get to the next town over. Are you picking Rick or Shane? You got to pick one of those. Those are your choices. You either go with Rick to help you survive, Rick Grimes to help you survive to get to the next town, or you can pick Shane to help you survive to the next town. Alright, one or the other. Who are we picking, Rick or Shane? Oof. Just. If Eva comes with Laurie, then so no, Laurie don't get to come. It's just one of them. Just one of them. Rick or Shane. Nobody else. You got one person to help you survive. Rick or Shane. Ooh, this man got shot. Who shot him though? Oh, is that Mr. X? Of course it's Mr. X. Wonder how you get these jobs in the government where you get entrusted with these top secret information like aliens and whatever else. Like, I'm sure you like it's not something you apply for in the you know, on totaljobs.com or whatever. Like so how do you get these top secret type jobs? Rick, and that's solely because I want to do the nothing. Well, Rick was too nice and Shane was too broken. So it's either nice boy Rick or broken boy Shane. Sam's going with nice boy Rick. I guess Sam's not too worried about surviving, just as long as he gets to do the nasty.
I want an apology for the truth. Oh, is that Dr. Sama? And of course, Smoking Man. Wow, wow. That was episode 731. Well, no, that made no sense. Episode 10, 731. Yeah, it still sounds weird. Anyway, the next episode's 11, Revelations. We'll start that soon. The usual as always, and she's good. Awesome. Alright, let's get the next episode lined up. If I can get the next episode lined up. This should take us up to about 10. No, maybe about 10:15. We might have time to do 3, we'll see. I just clicked on the wrong one. Damn it. We might have time to do 3 today. If I could actually get it started. Oh, now, come on. Disney Plus always does that, like. Damn, man. Here we go, here we go. Episode 11, okay, it's called Revelations. Hope you're ready on 0 as well. I'll give you a minute, just in case. But I'm gonna try and start it real soon, because I ended up starting the stream late today, so we moving. Alright, here we go. Hope you're ready on 0, because we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, play. And in 3, 2, 1, play. Good indeed, man. Good indeed. This is I know this guy. It's EVGA. He often plays like army guys, military guys. Mother can be a bit annoying, like, yeah, get why he is the way he is, but he gets so lost in his quest, he neglects Scully's points of view and her experiences. You know, for sure. Like, he's too focused on it being this thing that he's not open to the very rarely open to the idea of it being something else. It's like only he could be right. It's like, not necessarily. It's a great accent. Company. Oh wait, you talk about EVGA. Is that? Oh, I might be saying it. I might get the initials wrong, but he was in a Full Metal Jacket as the drill sergeant. I remember Ali. Yeah, the reach around the has one. I think it's R Lee, like initial R, then Lee, Lee, then Ermi for his last name.
He's gonna kill the drill sergeant. Show me your war face. Ah! How tall are you, Private? 5'10". Well, I don't know they stack shit that high. So you probably know this, Dan, but for those who might not, Full Metal Jacket, that drill sergeant, played by R. Lee Ermey, was originally supposed to be played by a different actor, and Ermey was actually brought in as a more of a consultant because he was in the army, but what's the director's name again? Kubrick just was so impressed with the way he was doing that he was like, yeah, let's just give him the role instead. Here we go, R. Lee Ermey. The thing is, though, even though that is fake blood, you still shouldn't be putting it in your mouth, though, because that's still evidence. They brought R. Lee Ermey in to get killed in the first scene. Ermey was actually allowed to improvise before. Okay, makes sense actually. Hands just started bleeding. You know, from Full Metal Jacket, I learned from Texas Chainsaw 2 in 2003. Both. I haven't seen the remake yet. Well, I'll probably see it anytime soon, to be honest. But yeah. Oh, speaking of Texas Chainsaw, there's actually a Texas Chainsaw video game that's I don't know if it's out. It might be probably coming out soon. But I think it was IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. So I don't know. I might have to look into that. Maybe I'll play it on one of the game nights one day. Which remake? Texas Chainsaw remake. 2003 is a remake. Because the original was like 1970 something, I think. 18th of August, so it's out in a few days. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. I guess I can't say the remake. There's like, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I haven't seen, well, to be honest, I haven't seen any of the remakes when it comes to Texas Chainsaw. Only the original, and that was quite a while ago. That's Rewind is actually decent, the rest not so much. Okay, here's my next question. Yo, what up, Lil Jakes? Fashionably belated. Alright, here's my next question. Again, zombie apocalypse. You need to get to the next town, and you got one person. You can pick one. You can only pick one person to go with you to help you get to the next town. Rick Grimes, Shane, or Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw. Like, who are you going with? You can only pick one person to go with you to help you get to the next town. Rick Grimes, Shane, or Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw. Original Texas Chainsaw, the 70s one. Like, who are you going with? What up, Jakes? How you doing? How's your day going? How's your day been? Sam's in there with Leatherface. So nasty time with Rick is not as important as getting to the next time with Leatherface. Fair enough, fair enough. Gonna be calling me Leatherface. Well, Leatherface was made out of human skin, so technically, just saying. I'm doing alright, man. I'm doing alright. As long as he doesn't kill me. Well, I mean, that's not guaranteed, I suppose. I mean, he's kind of a psychomaniac, so he might kill you, then kill all the zombies around him. It's like, oh. Leatherface is my friend, and Leatherface, it would be entertaining. I'm not sure Leatherface is anybody's friend, to be honest with you, but you know, could try. We could try. Good to hear, Jakes, man. Good to hear. Hey, isn't it that guy from Buffy? And he was in. Oh no, that's somebody. Oh, this guy. I know him. He was in Guyver. Leatherface is a family man, so might have a chance. Just tell him he's your sister. I mean, you're his sister. Family Guy, starring Leatherface. Hey Lois, hey Lois. You could be a system. So true. Let's not assume. Yeah, we're not assuming genders. Leatherface, your favorite horror character? Okay. Out of all the horror characters, Leatherface is your favorite. Interesting. I can't choose. I'm not sure if I have a favorite horror character. I'll probably go with Michael Myers actually. If I had to pick a favorite. Can't assume genders. Men can get periods. We live in different times for sure. Men can give birth now. Women don't get to own a periods. Menstruation feels real. Michael Myers is the man. Michael Myers was brutal though, wasn't that the thing? What's he done? Oh. So both your favorites are like Killer Fox, Silence for Deadly. Trans male, so female. Kind of periods. Jacob, and that's when we need to stop gatekeeping periods. Yeah, the whole thing is wild, isn't it? I kind of try to judge nobody and that because, you know, that's not me. I try not to be that guy. It's not cool. But that whole thing's just wild. Like if you're born to a man's body
and you transition to the female. Okay, like I've said this before, that's your business. That's your business. But why are you trying to make stuff up? You know what I mean? Why are you trying to make stuff up? Just accept that your body and your life and your experiences are different from, you know, somebody who was born into a woman's body and lived their life as a woman. Like, I don't understand, like, why can't you just accept that your life and your experiences are different? Like, you're still a human, you're still, you know, worthy of love and respect and everything else, but why are you trying to act like you know what it's like to go through things that women go through? Because you don't. You don't. You might have read about it. It's not the same thing. It's like people who say things like, oh yeah, I know exactly what it's like to be a parent. I have cats. It's like, bro, it's not the same thing. Is it going to change into a Guyver though? That's a great example of political frame. It's gone mad. You need to break through the glass ceiling. Period. Period. Alright, pressing moments. People are special. Like for Brian, I haven't seen that for time, but yeah. That's his mum at home though. Oh, somebody else. Somebody not as welcoming. People are special indeed. Last thing I saw was a video of a trans male to female say he wants to be the first trans person to have a womb transplant just so they can get pregnant and then abort it. Yeah, that's horrible. Like, I mean, for one thing, I ain't no scientist nothing, but I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work anyway. You know, I'm not sure that will work. But assuming it does, like, I don't know, maybe they figure it out. You're gonna do all that just to abort? Like, nah, that's horrible, man. That's just cruel. You guys think it's acceptable for a trans person to use a female toilet? This is a slippery slope. No, the whole toilet. Yeah, he is. Guyver's come to the rescue. You know, I mean, I don't care too much about the toilet thing, to be honest with you. Like, personally, I'm like, maybe just make all toilets was it co-ed? Is that like male, female, co-ed? Is that what it's called? I mean, changing rooms I think is a little bit different though. Like changing rooms at the gym or swimming pool or whatever. I think that's a little bit different.
But toilets, I feel like I'm not that bothered about. Like whatever. Like I don't think that should be as big an argument as it is. Like. And then you go to the toilet, you relieve yourself, wash your hands, and leave. You know. Choice, but that made me feel sick. Yeah, because it's such an unnecessary thing, isn't it? Like, it's like, let's say there was a woman, you know, as a natural born woman. So we may have to specify that, but whatever. Let's say you have a natural born woman who, for whatever reason, wasn't able to get pregnant, and then she spent years doing all the things, doing all the treatments, all the tests, all the whatever else, you know, everything she can do, all the money to finally get pregnant, and then just be like, yeah, I'm gonna abort it now. You know what I mean? It's like, if you didn't want a baby, you know, that's fine to not want a baby, but why go through all of that just to get pregnant, just so you could abort it? That's competing against women in sports is not right. Yeah, that's been banned actually. So that I feel it's been banned. Last I heard, they're not doing that. Like pretty much every sports commission has been like, nah. So that's not a thing no more. Well, as far as I'm aware, anyway, that's not a thing no more. Whenever Scully has faith in something sort of extraordinary, Mulder's always the one that kind of shoots it down. Like, bro, you believe in all kinds of mad things. Don't get mad at Scully. I'm alright, cool. I'm not anti-trans. Okay. Are you Uncle Trans? Just trans interest marks. Kind of makes mockery of sports because they have unfair punching. Yeah, no, for sure. So entitled. Kevin's in 2 places at once. That riverboat, folding chair, matching. Bomb of the other week. Oh yeah. Avengers assemble. Oof. So there's 2 Kevins. Changing the way we speak and get rid of breastfeed into chest feed in death and oh yeah. I've seen some of that. Right, this man got knocked over. That's to make a tiny percentage of the population feel better. Be what you want. On this corruption on those rights. So I have a problem. Yeah. I believe women should get equal rights and lefts. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's such a bad joke. I know that's a bad joke. I know. I'm not even going to try and pretend otherwise. That was a terrible joke. And yeah. No, you shouldn't hit people, just to be clear. Just to be clear. I mean, I ain't no psychologist or whatever, but my guess would be, and just a guess, because it's not like I've researched these things, whatever, but my guess would be that there's just a lot of people out there that are just confused about who they are, you know? And I mean, there are transgender people in the world, I get that, you know, there are people who, with their whole head and heart, you know, believe they're born into the wrong body. I ain't talking about those guys, you know, they're not confused about what they believe and what they feel or whatever. I'm not talking about those guys. But I do think there's a lot of people out there that are just confused, you know. They're just confused, and because they're confused and they're trying to, guess, make sense of the world in some way, it often comes out in just some of the most toxic, nonsensical garbage. And they tend to make up the majority of people, which makes the whole thing look stupid. Yeah, tell him. Tell him. Tell him, Scullies. Models all like, oh, it's this, it must be this, it must be that. But every time, some little, yeah. Did you see that video? They found him to be, some of them using what is they claim to be trans, he did not look trans. It's ma'am. I was one of those guys. It's ma'am. People be crazy. Their feelings. Well, I mean, being considerate of people's feelings is just a human thing to do, right? It's just a considerate, compassionate thing to do. You can't just be a tyrant in this world, being a complete arsehole to everybody, right? But there is a balance, I think, that gets missed, where we're all kind of figuring out life and trying to get through life as best as we can, and we do so in various ways, and you know, we don't necessarily have the same kind of beliefs or viewpoints and things like that. And because of that, when you have sort of different cultures and subcultures and etc, 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 you know, things that might be totally fine in one part of the world might be considered rude in the other part of the world. And these are things that you kind of know and learn as you kind of grow up and go around and meet different people and so on and so forth. So the idea of, you know, being considerate about other people's feelings, I think it's fine. But there's a point where it's like you could only do so much, you know. You could only do so much before you stop being yourself. And when that comes along, when that point comes along where you're being asked to change things about yourself that are fundamental to who you are, that's where I feel like that line has to be drawn. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody wants you to refer them as, or let's say somebody wants me to refer them as he instead of she, I don't care, whatever. That makes no odds and ends to me. But if you're asking me to behave in a way or to treat you in a way that goes against my moral compass, that's an issue. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's where the line is drawn. There's between being considerate and compassionate and understanding that people like to be treated in different ways, and then knowing who you are and drawing that line, saying, okay, if you're asking me to change things about myself on a fundamental level, that's a hard no. That's what we not finna do. You know what I mean? That's what we not finna do. Man, that guy just got chopped up in that machine though, didn't he? Raw. To be woman, yeah, women are not threatening their lives of people over bathroom. Men are. I'll beat you up if you won't let me in the bathroom. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these people are just male misogynists, you know, the type of guys that just hate women. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these people are like those guys, just using the whole trans rights thing as a cover for their misogyny. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like some of them are just that, you know what I mean? They don't really care about people's rights or whatever. They just want an excuse to act in a shitty way towards women and have it go unchecked. And that seems to be the way to do it, at least right now. And that boy should have moved the boat. He had it out the damn way. They found out real quick. Oh, that folks ain't none. The answers ain't no 920s, 30s, 40s ish. Yeah, was it, so what happened? It was like it was supposed to, they were docking in the wrong place or something. It got asked to move the boat, wouldn't move the boat, and then a fight broke out, and then a bunch of people joined in. More people joined in. All right. So, little Jacob, how would you feel if a trans man went into the men's toilets? So, a female to male transgender person. How would you feel if you were in the toilets doing your business and a trans man came in and started doing their business? Like, they hate women now, for sure, for sure. And the thing is, like, because like they do it under the guise of these kind of, you know, social political movements, there's a lot of people out there, I think, that, because you've seen these sorts of traits before, where, you know, somebody will say something crazy that I'm sure everybody knows is crazy and just way out there, way out of pocket. But because it's on their side, you know, because the person is seen as being on their side, it just goes unchecked. And it's like, bro, that is not helping your cause. Like, when those things go unchecked, it does not help your cause. Not in the short term, not in the long term. But people would let it fly because they're on their side. And you see that so many times in these kind of social movements, whether political, grassroots, social movements, you know, there's always some crazy village idiot that says some crazy outlandish thing, and instead of people to say, oh, wait a minute, dude, that's not what we're about, they just let it go unchecked because they're on their side. Scully, big up Scully. Motor's a prick. But that was episode 11.
You know, that was a cool episode. But yes, Mulder's a prick sometimes. Like the way he's always like trying to shit on Scully's beliefs. You know, and even though Scully disagrees a lot with his beliefs, Scully never shits on his beliefs. But Mulder's always shitting on Scully's beliefs. But yeah, prick Mulder. Anyway. What's the time? What's the time? It is 10 past 10. You know what? We might, yeah, I think we can get one more episode in. We can get one more episode in before we end today. So we can still, I think we can still do 3 episodes. It's episode 12 now. War of the Coprophages. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Coprophages. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But yeah, we get it ready on 0. We'll start it in a moment or two. Just catch up with the chat real quick. The older black guy, you know, when he jumped on the Wi-Fi, he needed to move his balls. So the others could duck their balls, and the boy didn't want to listen to the black person, basically. Okay, cool. I get you. So the thing I don't think is trans thing. I believe it's more about energy. Like us women have no problem sharing with the gay guy because they all know for these trans people have so much masculine energy. You see that as a threat. I've heard that about gay guys actually. Like, there's some dudes out there that pretend to be gay so they could get in with the women, and that could either go really well or horribly wrong. I mean, that could either go really well or horribly wrong. But yeah, no, I've heard that. I've heard that. Like, well, I've not even heard. I've seen it actually. I've seen that. But yeah, maybe all places should just change to single-use toilets. Just single-use toilets, like no toilet sharing, just single-use. You know. But yeah, I think, like, at least to my mind anyway, I think the biggest issue would be things like changing rooms. Because, like, if you're a group of women in a changing room and a man comes in, or a transgender man comes in, and not even like a post-op transgender man, like pre-op, dick swinging everything, transgender man comes in, and you're there with maybe your daughter, or even if you're not, you're just kind of there, you're not really trying to see none of that, you know, and some dude comes in, or big dick swinging, walking around. There's a point where it's like, look, I ain't trying to disrespect you as a person, but dude, come on, like, you gotta know that this is not okay. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what body you were born into or what's going on in your mind or whatever else, this is not okay. Like, you kind of have to acknowledge that your body is not the same as their body, and that's your burden, that you can't just be walking around with your dick swing in front of some 6-year-old girl's face, you know, acting like, oh, we're all girls in here, it's ma'am. Like, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. What about vibe, energy, and gender? How do you differentiate from above wearing women's clothes and a genuine trans person? No, that's not acceptable. You know what? I feel like it's one of these things where you don't know until you know, really, isn't it? Some trans It's ma'am. You guys have seen that clip, by the way, right? I'm saying it like I just assumed that you guys have seen it, because it was a viral clip going around a while ago. It was like this transgender woman, trans woman, in a shop, just arguing about, like, I don't know, some shopping or something, and the person was like, listen, sir, or excuse me, sir, or something like that. And he's like, it's ma'am. I was like, It's just like the deepest voice. It's ma'am, you know. But yeah, I think when it comes to like the pervs and the you know, the people trying to, you know, take advantage and commit crimes or whatever, yeah, I feel like it's one of those things you just don't know until you know, right? Because people are different. You're not always gonna know which one's the weirdo or which one's the genuine person. You're just not gonna know until you know. So the real question is, how much of a risk are you willing to take? You know? And that's the thing, you're not gonna know just by looking. You're not gonna know just by the things they say. Right? So it's how much of a risk are you willing to take? Like, are you willing to potentially put your well-being on the line to prove that not all of them are bad people? Or are you going to say, you know what, I'd rather not put myself in a position where that is a potential? And of course, when it comes to safety, you can never be 100% safe. That's a myth, right? You can never be 100% safe. But you can do certain things that lower certain risks. And you'd have to decide for yourself, I guess, in some circumstances, how much of a risk you're willing to take. And how much of a risk is that? I feel like that's really what it is. How much of a risk is that, and how much of a risk are you willing to take? Because a guy could look all kinds of creepy, and this doesn't mean he's going to do anything. And just as a guy could look all kinds of, you know, normal and be the worst person in the world. So how much of a risk are you willing to take? And you decide as you go along. You're going to get things wrong from time to time. You're going to make, you know, make mistakes. You know, not always guess right and whatever. But yeah. So no trans, female to male causing all these issues. It's men to women. YouTube might demonetize your channel now because we are having a discussion. Please. I made like £5 a month on this channel. What are they demonetizing? What are they demonetizing? Like, I made £5 a month on this channel, if that. I think I'm up to about 460 at the moment. Actually, I think it's about 460 this month. So it's like, mate, I am not worried about that at all. YouTube might demonetize me, Joe. Jeez, I'm gonna miss out on my free pence. Come on. I know every little helps in that, but come on. Come on. Listen, when I start making like big money on YouTube, then I might start being more careful about what I say. Might turn into one of them guys. But for now, we good. But yeah, let's get this next one started because time be running out. So hope you're ready on 0, because we're gonna go 3, 2, 1 play. And in 3, 2, 1 play. Last episode of the day is called War of the Coprophages. Yeah, that. Waiting on your apology video for the loss of 3 pence. Yeah, be out next week. I think I worked out one time actually. I was looking at the average I would make per video, and yeah, it's somewhere around 3 to 5 pence. I think the average I'll make on a video. And I remember like looking up and working out how many videos I would have to put up to make a living out of YouTube, and it was easily, I can't remember the exact number now, but it was in the thousands. Like I'd have to put up, it was something like 20,000 videos or something. I can't remember, but it was a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, I'm still working towards that working towards that number so I could finally like quit my day job. Exterminator.
drive me crazy. Let's watch that movie. Also to my conversation. Yeah, you guys cost me 3p, man. Man, thought we were friends out here. You guys costing me my 3p. Oh, these cockroaches come to get this guy. Man, imagine getting killed by roaches like that. Oof. There you go, whatever you say, sweet pea. Hey, Ben Sam, she's a flame. How much you want to bet? I'll bet you all these. Yeah, 3p says you don't watch it. Or at least you don't watch all of it. Alright, roller over here. Hey, man. Nothing but big bucks around these parts. Ray Burke. Predictable. No comment. Use this bit. I'll be ruined. Well, that's why you shouldn't gamble, man. Even for 3p. You should never, don't gamble. Gamble away. Ooh, we're a big drug dealer. Court enforcement. modem just happens to go to a place where they just happen to have a roach attack. You gotta take it all the way. Go to Judge Judy. Get your money, man. Get your money. I'll be answering my door, I tell you. I'll be hiding behind sofa every time the bell rings. Quick, turn the lights off, turn the lights off. Is anybody home? No, we're not in. I think I might have got bitten by a bug myself not too long ago. Like, I have like a little pain on my back. Feels like a insect bite. 1p a month. It'll take you 3 whole months to do that, man. You sure you can manage that? Oh, this guy's nuts. Eesh. Eesh. That is horrible. Oh. No intention of paying up. It's my free I'm keeping it. Hey, times are hard, man. Times are hard. You say I'm predictable. It's your own fault. You say, my good son to avoid employing at home. I mean, yeah. You're gonna need that 3p, so you could take care of me in my old age. You know what I mean? Like, keep your money so you could take care of me later. I mean, somebody's gonna need to pay for all the hookers and cocaine, you know. So like, keep that 3p. High key. tonight, trust me. Well. Watching inbred with bread. Don't surprise me at Monsters finished. Stop being a baby. Yeah, watch Monsters, man. It's not that disturbing. Monsters is practically no more disturbing than like Barney the dinosaur. You know what I mean? It's just fine. That's a horrible way to die, though. Imagine a cockroach crawling up your bumhole. Like, oh, it's gonna happen to this guy. No. Imagine death by cockroaches crawling up your bumhole, though. Nah. You know what, Jacob? Right now, I'd say X-Files is more disturbing than Martyrs. I think I'd rather deal with Martyrs than X-Files right now. Alright, here's my question for the group. You're about to be executed, right? No two ways about it. You're gonna get executed, right? You can't avoid that. You're going to get executed. However, you're given a choice. You can either be executed by having multiple stab wounds to the chest, or just, you know, multiple stab wounds all over the body, right? Or you could be executed by having like thousands of cockroaches being shoved in your anus. Which one are you choosing? Stabbed. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's that's definitely the right answer. Just this is probably the worst way for sure. I mean, I imagine the stab. I imagine that being stabbed multiple times is probably more painful. But roaches like that, well, nah, give me the pain. Just give me the pain. Okay, I'll take the pain. You better let Scream go as long as you finish Monsters. You can't start something and not finish. I'm thinking of you indeed. I've started, so I finished. Jakes, Watching horror movies is like having kids. It's never the right time. We just do it anyway. It's never the right time, but just do it anyway. What's good to watch? Well, approaches internally, imagine crawling around, yeah, all over, just under your skin and everything. Oh, get out, Mulder. Don't stand by the wall. Oh, what's happened? Oh, Mulder, trying to put the moves on her. And then I'm a big sissy. Yeah, for you. He's just looking from experience. This is Frozen. Frozen's a good movie as well, by the way. You should definitely watch that too. Watch that movie. I didn't confirm or deny. That's true, that's true. You didn't confirm or deny it. I mean, you kind of confirmed it by not denying it, but I bet Jacob's dick is so big that he could sit on his living room couch and use the toilet at the same time. Just like that could come in handy actually, I ain't gonna lie. That could actually come in handy. You don't need to get up, just be like, just tip it over. Mo is trying to put the moves on her. So they were saying that's right. Jacob, pay attention, performances, the look, the feel, and the deeper meaning. Yeah, now Monsters is a good one for sure. like I got a backlog of movies to watch. Yeah, you got a few. Was it Monsters, Scream? What else was there on the list? Bambi Berenbaum. Damn it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Screw it, just do it. Like, you're the kind of guy who just tells me what I want to hear but never delivers. Sounds like a husband. Or either that or the guys that work at Hermes. I'll show some machismo, I'll watch it. White male, I deliver. Male is a bad example. Metal. Metal cockroaches now. I just tell me it doesn't get worse than the same issue. Yeah, the entire family. I mean, define worse. Don't worry about it, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Like I say, it's practically a children's movie. Ah, no lies, no lies. Maybe just some. Maybe you're being a little creative with the truth, but no lies. You gotta understand, I'm a poet when it comes down to it. So I don't deal with facts. I deal with feelings. Okay, good. Yeah, no lies being told, Jake. You're fine. You're fine. Alright, that's a little now. Think of it as in like in Star Wars when Obi-Wan Kenobi told Luke Skywalker that his father was dead. Think of it like that. You know, it's from a certain point of view. You know what I mean? But you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. I'm playing. I'm playing. San Diego. Finish it, so I'll say Yoshine. Alright, Jake, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If you've gotten to this bit, if you go into that bit, the rest of it be fine. The rest of it be fine. You might want to start it again and just watch it from the beginning, though, just so it kind of flows better. Excuse me. Also from start to finish, and I promise. Yes, sir. Yo, look at that. This is like pandemic. Panic buying. They took on the toilet roll. The fact that people like go to supermarkets and panic buy when there's any kind of like, you know, pandemic or whatever, right? Kind of goes to show that the vast majority of us would die very quickly in an actual apocalypse type situation. Because if your first protocol is if like I'm gonna go to the supermarket rather than you know I need to figure out how I need to make a more sustainable tell him, Scully. Oh, they gonna fight. Chocolate. Or was it raisins or something? You guys can quiz me. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. I'll try and prepare some questions. Oh yeah, but oh yeah, real quick. I mean, I said it already, but just in case, no live stream this Thursday. No live stream this Thursday, so I'm trying to prepare some questions for next Monday. Scully just stole that chocolate. Thief. It's a law enforcement agent as well. Imitating life. Well, more like life imitating art. Actually, I guess this happened first. Seems so innocent. Okay, so you know what they